Hello, everyone. It is Tiffany of Clarity Conference Courage. And today I want to talk about how to be a leader in your own life. As you know, as a women's empowerment coach, I focus on helping women that have gone through a divorce and are now ready to move forward and live happier, healthier lives. When I think about the concept of leadership, I think about a person who's in charge of an organization or group. And most successful leaders have personal values and characteristics that motivate their followers and engage their strengths to move forward as a group. So, in creating this idea of self leadership, how are you specifically helping yourself be a leader of your own life, take control, and move your life forward? Especially after divorce, a lot of times newly single women have to understand how to lead their finances, how to lead their household, how to lead their career. They have to really create a new life for themselves. So in this video, we're going to jump into some ways that you can be a leader today, take the steps today to understanding how to be a better leader in your life. Stay tuned. Now, before we jump into the steps, I really want to talk about what it means to lead your own life. When it comes to leading your life, it's about holding yourself accountable for your life and taking responsibility for the outcomes of your own actions. It involves understanding that you are in control. You're in control of your thoughts, your beliefs, your values, and how you respond to the world. Self-leadership means taking control of your life, understanding your strengths, your weaknesses, and really getting clarity about where you are and where you want to be. Really, when it comes to leading your life, you are making a decision to evaluate yourself and then look at what needs to change, what needs to stay the same, and what are some ways that you can improve. All right, now let's talk about some simple steps that you can take today to start leading your life to a better tomorrow. So the first step is clarity. Let me tell you, if you are not clear on who you are, where you've come from, where you want to go, you're not going to go anywhere. The first step to leading life is about getting really clear on building up a relationship with yourself, a meaningful, loving, kind relationship. And this involves understanding yourself, really getting a deep self-awareness, building up your self-esteem, cultivating yourself, understanding your personality type. What do you like? What do you not like? Everybody does not like the same thing. So you have to really get honed in on the self. Self-differentiation is such a big part of clarity. Who are you outside of the world? What do you like? What is important to you? Especially after a divorce, where do you see your life moving forward now? So clarity is so important. And once you're able to understand who you are, what you like, and what brings you joy, you're starting to also build a relationship with yourself and getting really clear on what makes you happy, giving yourself the love that you know you deserve and that you need in order to be a healthy, happy human being. So clarity is the first start to being a leader in your life. Number two is life vision. What is the vision that you have for your life? Now, I've done a video about creating your vision statement, and that video was really about writing down the steps that it takes to really get clear on what the final vision is for your life. Meaning, if you're at the end of your life and you look back, you want to be able to say, yes, I did the thing. All the steps that I took in my life led me to this big grand event that I did that I really wanted to give back to the world. Once you have clarity on who you are, you need to start figuring out what the overall vision looks like. What are your dreams? What are your goals? What's your life mission? And what's your purpose in life? When you have that life vision, you can then start plotting out the steps to get there. And any organization that's successful, they all have a mission statement. They all have a shared goal, a shared vision of where the company's going. And they all align themselves on that mission. So if you want to be a leader of your life, you have to get clear on who you are, where you are, and then the life vision so that you can know where you're going. Number three, you have to think about how to build healthy internal boundaries. When people think about boundaries, a lot of times they think about external boundaries, such as telling someone no or protecting your personal space. And although external boundaries are extremely important, it also is important to have internal boundaries. Internal boundaries means setting limits on certain behaviors that do not serve you. So, for example, if you want to be healthier and you're trying to lower your sugar level or your sugar intake, telling yourself no to that extra piece of cake. Or it might be understanding that you have a project that you want to work on and you're trying to increase your productivity. So it might mean telling yourself no, or setting limits on the amount of social media or television that you watch each week. So these are internal boundaries that we have to cultivate, and it's part of our discipline for ourselves in order to help us get closer to where we want to be. When you look at leaders of companies and businesses, they have boundaries. They have boundaries externally, but they also have boundaries internally. They know when to tell themselves no, when to prioritize projects for their job. They know how to understand how to delegate work, how to not always try to take on more work for themselves. They put limits on their life. And you have to do the same thing. When it comes to leading your life, you have to have those internal boundaries that you know are going to lead you forward faster. And trust me, in the end, if you have enough self-discipline in the beginning, if you have that will, those disciplines that you call, difficult, eventually they will become habits, and they won't be difficult. They'll just be a part of your life and a part of your identity and who you are. So when it comes to creating internal boundaries, you have to make decisions around, does this behavior really suit me for the person that I'm going to become? Or do I need to dial it down? Or do I just need to cut out certain behaviors that are not well for me? And the more you get clear and the more you get understanding and comfortable with setting limits internally, it's so much easier to then set those external boundaries, and telling other people no, because now you've identified yourself as a boundaried person, someone who lives according to certain values and certain belief systems, because you have created those internal boundaries for yourself. So when it comes to being a leader of your life, be willing to set internal boundaries. Next is about clear communication. When leading your life, you must have clear, honest communication with yourself about every area of your life, such as your finances, your health, your relationships, your careers, your goals, whatever they may be. You have to be willing to assess where you are. And that informs writing things down, am I happy with my finances? Do I need to move things around with my life? Do I need to move to a different state? Where am I really? And being okay with those answers. Instead of telling yourself what you want to hear, be direct, be truthful with yourself. Write it down and listen to the thoughts in your head. Is this really, am I in a space where I really want to be, or do I need to change? Be willing to have that clear communication with yourself. And part of this is journaling, doing the steps that it takes to write down your daily thoughts. It's one thing to have communication in our brains, but it's another thing to write those thoughts down and really read what it is we're thinking about. And it's nice to be able to go back and review things that you've written down in the past and compare it to some of the thoughts that you're having today. Another part of clear communication is communicating kindness to yourself, saying kind things to yourself. I feel like it's really good for us to have constructive feedback for ourselves, but it's different between being a person who gives themselves constructive feedback and being a person who is always criticizing themselves. So you have to understand the difference between giving yourself constructive feedback that's going to move you forward versus constant criticizing. That person inside of your head that's constantly telling you you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you don't have enough, you're not enough. You have to take control of that self-critic and say, you know what? I can take some of this and I can make myself a better person. That's feedback. But some of this is just put downs. I'm putting myself down, and that's not good enough for me. So being able to communicate positivity into your life and into your mind is also part of clear communication. So when it comes to being a leader in your life, you must be willing to be honest, be direct, and also have some compassion and be positive about yourself so that you're being honest with yourself when it comes to the communication you have about yourself and about your life. And lastly, take meaningful action. Successful leaders take action daily, and not just busy work action, but meaningful action. This is the action that's going to move the dial, that's going to really move you closer to the life that you want to live. Taking action daily can also mean implementing those daily habits. Again, once you get a certain amount of discipline, those disciplines becomes a habit. So for example, if you say, I want to get my day started early. So instead of getting up at 8 o'clock and jumping right into work, I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. and maybe I'm going to go to the gym, or maybe I'm going to have some type of morning routine. And then I'm going to start working, and then I'm going to start my day. It's the actions that you take that help get you prepared for the person you want to be. Maybe meaningful action means that you want to work on your finances. And so you're going to take a financial class, and every single week you're going to meet with your class and you're going to do the homework and you're going to make smart investments. maybe that is the action that you take to move you closer to your goals. Taking meaningful action can be those simple, small actions that you take daily, but sometimes it's the big, bold actions that you don't necessarily take every single day. For example, moving to another country, moving to another state, maybe cutting people out of your life, maybe quitting a job, maybe getting a new job, whatever it is. But the idea is that our lives are made of small and big action steps. And hopefully those are the actions that are going to move you closer to the life that you want to have. So part of leading your own life is taking meaningful action daily. I hope you enjoyed this video. Creating a happy, healthy, abundant life requires you to take complete accountability and control of yourself by being a leader of your life. Leading your life will require you to completely transform, but it's going to help you build the skill set that you need to be successful in every single area. So I highly encourage you, especially as a woman who has gone through a divorce, to start taking some of these steps every single day to figure out how you can start better leading your life and creating the new life that you really want to have. So make sure that you leave me a comment below and let me know one thing that you got from this video that you're going to start implementing in order to be a leader of your life. All right. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, as always, make sure to share, like, and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.